For the people of Ocean Shores, Washington, life revolves around the beach. In fact, almost the entire town is a beach. It's surrounded by 10 kilometers of white sand, wide intertidal expanses that stretch out to the sea for hundreds of meters at low tide. And in Ocean Shores, beach culture runs this town from dawn till dusk. Explore the shores, states their tourism website, and that's exactly what you'll find most people doing. But this weekend, at the annual Beachcombers Fair, Ocean Shores is focused on one aspect of beach tourism in particular: scavenging the beaches for treasure. Well, that's one word for it.
A bicycle. Now, one year we entered that in. Oh yeah, we found a huge container filled up with hundreds of EpiPens.
The rat poison canisters.
Oh yeah, one year we found hundreds of aluminum rat poison canisters.
After an early morning beach walk, experts from the fair examine the discoveries. Among the odds and ends this year, they've been finding something even more out of the ordinary.
One lump of coal.
Ooh, there isn't any munition in there, is there? Yeah. Look, there's a shiny thing right there.
Yep, they've been finding unexploded ordnances. Adds a little excitement to a casual beach walk, no? After all, one person's trash is another's treasure. Or it could just be trash. The judges are here to tell the difference. Inside the exhibition hall, they assess and reward the most incredible finds.
I like the swirls in this.
More than 60 exhibitors, a binder of messages found in bottles, tables heavy with umbrella handles, sobering reminders of the Japanese tsunami, and bottles of booze you could probably still take a swig out of. A hall full of people who live by the rule, finders, keepers. But this year, on the doors to the exhibition hall, these signs warn beachcombers that if they find ordinances, they had better not touch them. The Cadillac of beach finds, a quick look around the tables makes it obvious. Glass floats used in fishing nets in Japan that have drifted across the sea are among the most traditionally sought-after items at these festivals. Hand-blown in all shapes and sizes, these floats often have marks on them that can be used to trace them back to their makers, like this one from northern Japan. If only it were as easy to trace the munitions. But the locals have their theories.
Apparently, recently, a lot of these old 20mm anti-aircraft shells have been rolling in. They were dumped by the Navy back at the end of the Second World War, and we've been finding them for years and years and years. But for whatever reason, a lot of them are coming in right now, and people aren't aware of what they are or what you should do.
Oh, there's lots of ideas, but there's nothing confirmed. I mean, the theories are that either A, they were buried at some point, and then they're just starting to surface through erosion. Or the other thing is they felt like they possibly could have been dumped off of a ship in containers or something like that, and maybe the containers broke open or something like that. I don't know.
In the nearby town of Moclips at the Museum of the North Beach, curator Kelly Calhoun says only 3 have been turned in the last decade. Until the last few weeks, that is.
A gentleman came in and said, "Look what I found," and he found 3 of them in one day. And that was the beginning of what's now become this big story.
They've even got a few on display at the museum. They may be covered in mineralized gunk, but sure enough, the shells are unmistakable.
Yeah, the beaches are still really safe. We've had no issues of the ordinances blowing up or exploding. They're designed to explode upon impact after being shot out of a gun.
Is it actually safe for people to be collecting them? Even the museum in Moclips has a few in their collection.
That's the first I heard of it. Well, now that I know that, we'll probably send someone up there to get them.
Because of the recent surge of washed-up munitions, the local sheriff's office has been rounding them up on the beaches for the Army to deal with.
Well, when they blew up some yesterday, we had a bucket of them that we've been collecting forever, just for fun. And they collected them up, took them down, and about an hour later, they set them off in front of the Navy base, which is roughly a mile from us. And it was just like a M80, a boom.
Beaches are usually full of good vibrations, But this is a little much for the locals.
There are people 100 feet up on the bluff, and it shook their home, it rattled their home. And these explosions were going on when they first started occurring. It was 11 o'clock at night and 3 o'clock in the morning, and without any warning about the fact that they were going to be doing them.
Folks aren't sure if they should be concerned with the findings or just annoyed with the blasts.
As far as we're concerned, they may be dangerous, but we've handled ours for 10 years with no problem. We won't want to drop them, but still.
My thought, though, is really if this was really such a danger, we shouldn't even be allowed to be standing here on the beach.
Who knows? Maybe next year the Beachcomber Fair will have a category for Best Unexploded Ordnance.